Hello and welcome, this is Dwarf Fortress and I'm Twisted Logic. In this video I'm going to be showing you some of the concepts of building towers and walls and other above ground constructions for your fortress. To get right into it, I'm going to press P for a stockpile and make it kind of near where I want to be building. Doesn't have to be too big, and we'll go into the settings of that. We're going to disable animals and we're going to enable bars and blocks, forbid metal, forbid other materials, and it'll just be stone and clay blocks. If you enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos. So now that the stockpile is full of blocks, we can press lowercase b for the build menu, and if you go down the list to wall, floor, stairs, and track, that's the construction menu for capital C. So Shift C, and we're going to start off by building a wall. The U and K buttons, the U button will increase the length top to bottom, the M button will decrease that, and the K and H will increase and decrease the size right to left. And so I'm just going to start by building a maximum sized wall right to left about here. Enter. If I press Shift Enter, when I have the quartz blocks here selected, then the entire wall will be quartz blocks instead of pressing Enter each time. I'm also going to build a trade depot, so Shift D for a trade depot, and I'm going to put that, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put that there. Enter, enter, enter. Shift C for construct. I'm gonna make another wall. I'm gonna make that 7 blocks to the lower portion of the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm gonna make this as large as possible. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now I'm just going to fill in the rest of it. I'm going to leave a space here for the trade caravan to come in. I'm going to build an upstair right about at the top corner here, so that way the dwarves don't have to go around the spiral. This is going to be the same tower that we dropped the trade caravan through, so I'm also going to build a ramp 3 wide. I'm going to build a wall on the other side of the ramp. And unpause the game so they can start that construction. Now, since they can access every part of the construction, this area here, the corner of the wall, they can just walk right up to it and start building it. On the higher levels, we're going to have to make some scaffolding. I'm just going to cut out the section until this is complete. Alright, the first layer is complete. The bottom floor is complete on this drop tower for the trade caravan. And I started building an archer tower over here as well. The dwarves can come around and go up the ramp here and access the next level up, and the walls will create a floor on top of them. So once you build a wall, there is a floor that is walkable. I'm going to press lowercase b, Shift C for construction, and then F for floor. And you can see that you can build on top of this. You can build a floor or wall or something on top of the natural floor. In this case, I will build a wall this way that the trade caravan can drive on. And I'm also going to build a up-down stair on top of this upstair. And the reason for that is when you build this upstair, the dwarves can't actually get from this upstair to the natural floor here until there is either a downstair on top of it or an up-down stair on top of it. So X for up-down stair, and then we'll put that there. And we'll also put one on this archery tower. And I'm also going to build another ramp set. And another wall. And so the dwarves can't access the side here for this ramp and this wall, but the outside here they can't access it until this floor is built. And I'm also going to build a floor all the way around the outside, just one tile thick. And I will cut the video out until that is complete. The reason for this interior floor is for the dwarves to be able to walk on something while they're creating the exterior wall. This floor here is going to be wider, so that way the trade caravan can drive up it. And we're going to keep the center open so that way we can drop the trade platform down. Looks like somebody dropped a bronze crossbow. And the next Z level up is nearly complete. We have a constructed floor, a natural floor that's on top of a wall, and a ramp here going up, and then on the archery tower here I built a door that's waiting to be hauled. So I will go ahead and do lowercase b, shift C, and then F for floor. I'll put 2 there, 2 floor tiles, and another floor tile, and now I will build a wall. Now it's very important that when you're doing the inside corners right here, that they do these corners before you do the inside walls. And I'm going to do something similar around the trade caravan tower. Build, construct, wall. And I'm going to put this all the way around the outside. Almost all the way around. Okay, so I had to build a temporary floor down here, so that way they can build this wall. And once that wall is completed, I can deconstruct this part here. And then up here as well, I have the 2 wall pieces coming out around the stair, but they can't actually access this corner, so I'm going to build a floor here. I'm going to build a wall on the other side here as well. And another wall here that's sticking out. This here is empty open space, and this is a constructed floor. This is a natural floor because of the wall underneath it. If we wanted to switch this tile to be a ramp or a constructed wall, we would have to go into designations and press N and then remove that construction. Once that's deconstructed and open space again, then we can press lowercase b, shift C, and then select what we want to put in that place. When there's open space next to a construction or hanging over the side like over here, I can place a wall here. It's hanging over the side. One layer up, I built a floor coming off of this to continue the path of the trade caravan's going to take around. And one thing I wanted to mention is that once you have a wall built like this, just one Z layer high, or even 2 Z layers high, any kind of invading army is going to be able to climb that pretty much no problem. That's going to offer almost no protection when it's of only a few high. And what you can do in that situation is that once you get it, I believe 3 or 4 blocks high, you can come out one. So there's an overhang, so they have to climb up, and then there's a roof above them, and that kind of stops them from climbing up. So now that these 2 walls are complete here, we can go press designations and N for remove construction, and we can remove this floor. And once that's out, then we can replace it with a wall. We're also going to remove this piece here and extend it out one. So designations N for remove construction, and we're also going to click on this. That was a mistake. I'm not trying to make perfect videos, but I hope that I get the information across that gives you the concepts of building. This crossbow might be a problem because it's an item that's occupying a space where there should be a construction, so that may suspend the construction. And we can get around that by we're gonna have to dump that item. Somebody should be along eventually to do that. This particular corner and this corner here, before I let them complete, I'm just going to pause the game here, and I'm going to suspend this construction, and I'm going to suspend this construction. So that way after, and I do that by clicking on the portion that's not built and pressing the S button on the keyboard, and then it will, you'll see construction suspended here. And that'll allow them to create the outer block before they take up that space, because once this block is completed, they're not going to be able to access this if they do it out of order. So it's something, a little bit of a management. This one up here is now complete, so I can unsuspend this. And I put a new wall in here, and I'm just going to wait for that one to be completed and then build a second wall next to it. This tower here, we can start adding to. We can B, Shift C for construction, and W for wall. And we can make the inside walls now. As well as the floor on the upper level. I had built the 2 up downstairs on off camera earlier. Okay, so build construct wall, and we're going to put that up here next to the stair, and another one down here. Now this trade tower here, if you haven't seen the other video, when it's completed it looks similar to this, where the trade caravan comes in and goes up the ramp, next ramp, and now is on this level, and it continues all the way around until it gets to the top of the tower where the trade depot is, and everything's being held on by this one log construction. This bridge doesn't actually connect the tower to the floor here. If I go to designations N and deconstruct this, the whole platform and the trade caravan and whoever's on it is going to fall pretty far. We're digging it out now on the bottom to get better results than last in the other video. So we have the first level and second level for the Archer Tower complete. We're going to work on the third level. So build construct wall, That's lowercase b, uppercase C, W. And just keep in mind that they have to be able to access the corners. One face of the construction has to be available for them to reach, whether they build diagonally or not. And we're going to start working on the upper level here. So I'm going to build more of a floor here, and I'm going to have them do a turn, have the trade caravan turn. And then build the ramp, and then a wall, and then a floor so they can walk to complete the walls. Now that this wall is completed, I can go into Designations menu, lowercase d, and press N, and remove these two floor tiles so the trade caravan can access. And we will also build, construct X, which is an up-down stair. We'll do that on top of each staircase, one level up. We also want to build a floor here, and a wall there and there, this corner. So if you make a mistake as you're building and one of the corners doesn't get done, it's not the end of the world. So once you understand that you can't build on top of a constructed floor, but you can on top of a natural floor, and that a wall, the top of the wall is considered a natural floor. Once you understand that concept, building becomes relatively easy. Other things to keep in mind are that you can build out one space over open space, so we can build some fortifications here if we wanted to. You build a floor in next to it to get the corner block, and then once that block is constructed, you deconstruct the floor, and then you can build the interior wall. And this is so that way and that's for when a goblin or creature starts climbing the wall. At this point, they're gonna hit a ceiling, and they're gonna be unable to climb any higher. Put this wall in here. So so the dwarves need to be able to access at least one side of the construction in order to complete it. I like to build in large blocks like that, so that way they will do the corner and this corner, and then I'll put the next row in. I'm going to add 2 floor blocks in. That's the wrong spot. So if you build in the wrong spot, you can click on the tile and press X. And X again. If I press X again, this wall will be removed, which I don't want to do. Build those walls in and the floor. And so I built this wall here and these two floors in that order, and I believe that the construction goes first in, last out order. So they should complete these floors and then build this wall. So now these two walls of the archery tower are complete, and I can go to Designations N and remove these 4 pieces of flooring that were used as scaffolding, and also build the interior wall. Build, construct wall. Now I can't actually build on top of those floor tiles until they're deconstructed and empty space again. Build, construct X for up down stair. I'm going to build another one in there for the next level. And we'll also do that up here. Build, construct X. Just going to start plugging in the rest of the walls around this tower. Now this one here I'm going to suspend until this is complete. And we'll also put the floor in on the next level. Doesn't have to be too big. Construct ramp. They can't actually access the top of this wall yet. So once they can, then I can build the ramp in. So these guys are deconstructing the floors. And this stair is done, so I'll build a floor. And I just want to do the inside here. Someone's being haunted. Lowercase b, shift C, W. And I'm going to fill in these 4 spaces. And I'm going to press R for ramp and extend it with U twice. Put that here. And I'll wall. So we're going to build the final 2 layers of the archery tower. This is layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 5. And in the corners here, I'm going to put walls. Build, construct wall. This is going to hold the roof together. I'm going to build an upstair off to the side here. And fortifications in the center of the pillars. Now the way that archery works in this game is that the crossbows have a range of, I believe, around 22 squares away. And for every Z level that the arrow goes down, that counts as 1 space. So if the archer is standing 5Z above the target, you minus 5 from the distance. This is a floor, I made a mistake. Build, construct, Shift F for fortification. I can unsuspend this now, deconstruct this, designations N, deconstruct those two, build, construct wall, and I'll put that here. I'm going to skip this space. And once this wall is completed, then I'll put a wall in there. Looks like I missed one here. So build, construct floor. Put this wall in here. So now that this stair is complete, on the next level up, I'm going to build, construct a down stair, which is D. And I'm going to put that over top of the up stair. And now that that's completed, now I have access to this upper level where I can build the roof. So build, construct floor. And so without these columns here, without these pillars, when I deconstruct the stair here as scaffolding to get to this level, then the whole floor will fall because the fortifications don't connect. And once the floor that I put in is completed, then I can do the interior here and here. So right here I made a mistake where I built the fortifications before the corners. That's okay, we'll just deconstruct them. Build the walls here, we'll unsuspend them, and then once those fortifications are deconstructed, the walls will be completed, and we can fill in the rest of the roof here. One quick thing over here is that when you have a bunch of constructions that are suspended, sometimes this happens if you're building something very big or a lot of constructions at once. Instead of individually unsuspending them, you can go into DFHack and type in resume all and press enter. And so it says 10 buildings here are resumed. And if we go back into the game, now they're all unsuspended. Build this fortification here. And the roof is now complete, so I can go into designations N and remove that downstair. You want to remove the downstair before you remove the upstair. You can remove this section here. So I'm going to go to designations and Shift M for toggled markers. I'm just going to marker those until the wall's complete. So now that the downstairs is deconstructed, I'm going to deconstruct this upstairs. So DN, and with the plus and the minus down here in the priority, I'm going to press the minus until we get to 1 and select it. And so that priority is going to be urgent priority, 4 is normal priority, and 7 is low priority. So you can adjust that with the plus and minus keys. And just filled in most of what I can do on this level, so that way I'm not blocking any of the corners from being completed. So now the up-down stair, the upstairs here and the downstairs here is removed, and we have a roof, and we just need to fill in the last 2 fortifications. Build, construct, fortification. We'll put 1 there, and 1 here. And once those 2 are completed, we can come down here if we wanted to, and we could close this off and dig a tunnel. We can remove this door and replace it with a wall and dig a tunnel that goes down and maybe into the fortress somehow. UK right there. And that bridge will allow the trade caravan to go across to the platform, so the caravan can set up its goods, and then we can deconstruct and drop the trade floor. And I have my Marks dwarves standing by over here in the new archery tower. So one last thing to keep in mind is that when building off of a bridge like this, this space here is is the tile he's building, and these around it aren't completed yet. So as soon as this floor is completely constructed, it's going to drop. Just like that. It looks like he fell as well and got pretty hurt, and looks like somebody else died. Well, that's the end of the video, and if you enjoyed that, hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment, and subscribe for more videos on Dwarf Fortress. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you.